Hello YouTube family and welcome to the channel. I finally cracked the code of making a wrap top or a wrap dress. This is the final outcome of my wrap dress. This is what it looks like at the front. There is no gaping along the neck area as you can see. This is such a beautiful and a fun dress to have and it's so easy to sew together. I'm in the process of drafting the wrap dress pattern and I'm going to release it very soon. Can you guys join me and sew together the wrap dress?
I have already printed and also taped together the pattern as you can see. Next I'm cutting out all the pattern pieces and right here I'm cutting out the front skirt pattern. Now is it just me or everyone does enjoy the process when the rotary cutter is gliding through the paper just like that? Honestly, this is the best feeling ever. It's almost therapeutic for me. Next I cut out the back bodice pattern. And then the pattern for the back skirt. And lastly we cut out the pattern for the front bodice. These are the front pattern pieces, the bodice and also the skirt. And these are the back pattern pieces, the bodice and the skirt, and as well this is the pocket for our dress. To make the dress we're going to make use of this beautiful cotton African print called isishweshwe, and it is mostly used by African wives. The width of this fabric is shorter when compared to other fabrics. It is about 33 inches or 83 centimeters compared to other fabrics which are normally 60 inches or 150 centimeters. Let's label all the patterns accordingly. Also, all the patterns have no seam allowance, so when cutting them out we are supposed to leave a seam allowance of 0.5 of an inch. Now it's time for cutting the fabric. I started with the back skirt. I was supposed to cut two pieces of the back on the fabric, but getting the pattern to fit on the fabric was quite a mission, so I ended up cutting only one piece at a time and then shifting the fabric around to cut the other piece. To preserve the lifespan of my rotary cutter, I use a different rotary cutter for cutting the fabric and then a different one for cutting the papers. So now we are cutting the second piece of our back skirt. Next we go ahead and mark the location of our side pockets. Also, placing the front skirt pattern on the fabric was another mission. After much shifting, we were able to cut out the front pattern of our skirt. Again, we were only able to cut out one piece at a time, and then we shifted the fabric around and then we cut out the second piece. Next, we cut out the front bodice pattern. We cut it one piece at a time again. And then we transfer the darts onto the fabric. And then we cut out the second piece for our front bodice and also transfer the darts again. Next we cut out our back bodice patterns and then we transfer the darts onto the fabric. We also cut out 4 pieces for our side pockets. We mostly make use of the fabric scraps that were left around the corners. Lastly, we are going to cut out these gorgeous flutter sleeves for our dress. These are half circle sleeves that we designed for the dress. And then we make sure to transfer all the sleeve notches onto the fabric and also label the front and the back of the sleeve. We went ahead to cut out 2 lining pieces for our front bodice and we also cut out 2 lining pieces for our back bodice. And then we pin the darts on our front bodice. We start by pinning the waist darts and then we go ahead to pin the bust darts. We do it on both the front pieces. We do the same to the back bodice. We pin the darts And then we are going to sew the darts on both the back and the front of our bodice pieces. After sewing the darts, we pressed everything down with a steaming iron and it is nice and neat, as you can see. I cannot emphasize enough the importance of pressing your garment as you are sewing it. That is what makes your work to stand out from others. It actually makes your work to look professional. We have also sewn the darts and also pressed them on both the front and the back of our lining pieces. Next, we are going to cut out the straps for tying our wrap dress along the waist. The width of each strap is 4 inches, but we divided it at the center, which is at 2 inches. And then the width of each strap is about 42 inches. We are cutting them on fold, as you can see. Let's glide on our fabric again using our rotary cutter. Next, we separate our straps and then we fold them at the center as shown. We are then going to sew our straps lengthwise and also sew on one end. After sewing the straps, this is what they look like. We are going to go ahead and snip the corners. And then we are going to turn the straps over to the correct side. You can make use of any stick that is available. In my case, I used the back of my feather duster. Also make sure that the corners of the straps are sharp. You can make use of a metal ruler or just any ruler that you have. And then go ahead and press the straps to make sure that they are nice and neat. And then now we are going to attach our straps on our front bodice. We are going to pin them on both ends of our front bodice pieces just like so. Next, we are going to sew everything down. After sewing and also pressing the straps, this is what they are going to look like. Next, we are going to place our lining on top of our front bodice pieces just like so. We are using the lining to finish off the neckline on the front. If you want, you can make use of a facing instead of a lining. But in my case, I always prefer the lining. It looks neater and much more professional. So we place the lining and the fabric right sides facing each other and then we pin along the neckline. We also pin on the front where we have sewn our strap. Then we sew the pinned area on both the front pattern pieces. After sewing the neckline, this is what the front bodice looks like. After that, we are going to flip over the lining to the correct side and then we are going to do an understitch along the neckline on the lining side. This is what the understitch looks like. It is also going to help keep the lining from rolling to the outside. So our front neckline is neatly finished, as you can see. We then flip our front bodice onto the lining side. We are then going to pin the lining in place along the waist and also along the side. Make sure the fabric and the lining are aligned as you pin. Next, sew a very small seam along the pinned area. This is a temporal seam which is going to help hold the lining and stop it from fraying. After sewing, this is what the bodice looks like and it's so nice and neat. And then we can put the front bodice aside and work on the back. Just like we did on the front, we are going to place the lining and the main fabric together, right sides facing each other, and then we are going to pin along the neckline for the back. Next, we are going to sew around the neckline and this is what it's going to look like after sewing. Next, we are going to snip around the neckline just like so. And then again we are going to sew an understitch on the lining side. Next, we have pressed the back and this is what it looks like. We have also sewn the lining and the fabric together along the side, along the bottom and also along the center back. We have done the same thing on both the back pieces. Next, we are going to work on our front skirt. We are going to start by placing the side pockets. Place the pockets with the right sides facing each other. Align the pockets and then pin them in place. We do the same thing on the second piece of our skirt. We place the side pocket and then we pin it in place. And then we move on to the skirt patterns for the back. We place the side pockets and then we pin them. We are going to sew the pockets along the pinned area, and then we're going to flip them over and do an understitch to hold them in place. This is what the pocket looks like after sewing it. We have also pressed and we have overlocked the seam next to the pocket. There is also the understitch to hold the pocket in place. We have done the same thing to all the skirt pieces. Next, we are going to finish off the front edge of our skirt. To do that, you can overlock the raw edge of the skirt and then fold a seam of 0.5 of an inch and then sew it down to the bottom. But in our case, we are going to fold the edge twice to avoid the overlocker. We are going to fold a small seam which is 0.25 of an inch and then fold again, and then we are going to sew it down. This creates a very neat seam. Always make sure to press down your seams after sewing them. Next, we are going to attach our front bodice and our front skirt together along the waist. We are going to place them together right sides facing each other, and we are going to pin them down all around. This is what our front wrap dress looks like as of now. We do the same thing to the other piece for the front, and this is what they look like together. We then do the same thing to the back pieces. We place the skirt and the bodice together right sides facing each other, and then we pin them along the waist. And then we're going to sew all the pieces together along the waistline. We have sewn the waistline on all the pieces. We have also overlocked and also pressed everything down. It is nice and neat. These are all the front and also the back pattern pieces. Next, we are going to place the front to the corresponding back, and we are going to sew together the two along the shoulder line. We are going to open the shoulder seam as shown, and then we are going to pin the back lining to the front lining and also pin the front fabric to the back fabric just like this. We are then going to do the same thing on the other corresponding pieces. We are going to open the shoulder seam and match the back lining with the front lining and also the front fabric with the back fabric. We pin everything down and then we are going to sew it together. We have sewn the shoulders together and we have also pressed everything, and it's nice and neat. We have also pressed the seams open to avoid any bulkiness along the shoulder line. Next, we are going to pin the lining along the armhole. And then we are going to sew a small seam along the armhole to hold the lining so that it doesn't fray. After sewing, this is what the armhole is going to look like. Next, we are going to pin the dress along the sides. We are going to make sure that we align the waist and also align the pockets and pin from the underarm right down to the bottom of the dress. It's at this point that I discovered that the pockets are too big. I'm going to trim them and reduce their size. Next, we bring both the pieces of the dress together and we pin them along the center back. It is at this point that I discovered that I could have avoided the seam at the center back. I could have just cut the back bodice on fold and also the back skirt on fold. That would have eliminated the center back seam, and this step would have been avoided. You know, when the mind is used to having a zipper at the center back. I forgot that this time around we are making a wrap dress and there is no need for the center back zipper. Anywho, let's continue pinning down the center back seam. If you are enjoying the video up to this far, please give it a big thumbs up. If you are not yet subscribed to the channel, make sure that you subscribe and also hit on the notifications bell to stay informed each time we post another video. Thank you so much for watching. Let's continue. Next, we are going to pin the other side of the dress. We are going to pin it from the underarm down to the bottom of the dress right around the pocket, just like we did on the other side. Next, we are going to sew all the sides of the dress and we're also going to sew the center back seam. We have sewn the sides of the dress and also the center back seam, and we have overlocked everything. As you can see, it is nice and neat. We have also finished off the hem of the dress. We have created a very small seam by folding the fabric twice using a seam allowance of 0.25 of an inch. We have also reduced the size of our pocket, and this is what it looks like. Next, we are going to sew our flatter sleeves onto the dress. We have already hemmed the sleeve using a seam allowance of 0.25 of an inch. We folded the fabric twice. We are then going to sew the sleeve on the underarm, and then we are going to attach it onto the dress. After attaching the sleeves onto the dress, this is what it looks like. We went ahead to press all the seams open just like the center back seam, and all the dress finishings were nice and neat. A weird part of me wishes to install these puffed sleeves onto the dress. I went ahead to cut out the puffed sleeves from the fabric, and I think someday when I get the time I'm going to install them on the dress and just see what it looks like. What do you guys think? Leave me a comment down below if you also wish to see what the dress looks like with the puffed sleeves. When sewing the side seam on my right, I left an opening along the waist. That is where I'm going to be inserting the other strap for tying the wrap dress along the waist. Next, we are going to try on the dress. And here is our dress, guys. It is so gorgeous and I love it so much. I hope that you guys also like it. And the pockets are just adding that extra factor. I just put my hands in my pockets and I can twirl around. Okay guys, thank you so much for watching. If you enjoyed the video, please give it a big thumbs up and also leave us a comment in the comment section below. Also, if you are not yet subscribed, please make sure that you subscribe and also hit on the notifications bell to stay informed each time we post another video. We love you so much, and remember, God is our strength. Bye bye.